Okay, we are good to go. Shall we?
This is serious. Hello, sir.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I think we are good to go now. Let's go.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Uh, I think we still having some network issues for my guests. Okay, hello, my viewers. Welcome to this live chat on Adams Health Media. This interview is aired both live on Facebook and on YouTube. My guest on the show today is actually a registered nurse. Is an author, a registered environmental health and safety officer. Is a graduate of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. Is also a member of Reader and Learner Global Health E-Learning Center, USAID. Is the founder and executive director of academics at Sharper Science Academy. Kindly welcome Mr. Oyediran David Olaide to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
sir. I really appreciate it.
Welcome.
I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. It's a nice, it's a real privilege, and it's an honor, sir. I really appreciate it, sir. God bless you, sir.
You're
God bless you.
welcome. Thank you so much. Now let's go straight to the point. I think we still have some issues with the connection. With our audio, but we try as much as
Yes, thank you,
possible
sir. Thank
to
you
to
so
do
much.
justice
Thank you so much,
to
sir.
to our discussion today.
It's really nice to be on the platform, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Now let's go straight to the point. Now, can you start by telling us what is this academics, that is a Sharper Science Academy, and when was it established?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, I've been in the game since over 10 years ago. But I started my own academy. I started initially with tutoring all about in different academic center, which is not mine. When I was in school, even before I gained admission into the higher citadel of learning, Lautech, I've been tutoring students. It's what I really have passion for. But I started Shaper Science Academy. I think that was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I started Shaper Science Academy, and I made it science only due to my passion for science. And I really love science, and I don't want jack of all trades, master of none. So I really stayed on my tempo, on what I know how to do. So that was what brought about Shaper Science Academy. Like, I don't want to do art and commercial because those areas, they are not my area. So science is my area. So I really stayed glued with science. So I started 4 years ago, and we thank God. Here we are. Thank God.
Congratulations about that. And then, is it actually a registered center?
Yes, it's a registered center. It's actually registered with Osun State Government, and we are registered under CAC, the Corporate Affairs Commission. So it's a registered center.
Okay, good to know that. So this is, at least people will definitely know that It's not just a caricature type of center that we have
No,
around
no, no,
where
no, no,
people we just be looking
no, 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 no.
for softer victims to go to be looking for what people we call I don't know what they call it, looking for shortcuts to have their results.
Shortcut. Yes, yes, yes. It's not that. It's not that, sir. It's not that, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
now let's continue. We are still coming to that particular aspect, but moving forward, as a certified environmental health officer and and safety officer, what is it all about?
Actually, I got this certificate out of my passion to add values to myself. That was when I was serving as a registered nurse in Olabisi Onabanjo University, Chelsea City. So this was brought to corpus, and I grabbed the opportunity. Like this 1 year, I need to add to my certificate bag. I need to add more to my certificate. I need to add more certificates into my kitty. So uh, I've heard about HSC, that is Health and Safety Environment. And as a registered nurse, I think it's going to leverage me up among my peers. So I decided to join the program. It was like 4 month program. I went into it and I did the exam. I passed. Then I got the certificate. So I got the license to be called a certified health and safety environmentalist, environmental safety consultant kind of. So all this, I was just bagging the certificate, not because I want to use them maybe in a sector, maybe work. I was just bagging them out of I love certificates. I love certificates. I was just bagging them. At least just to tell my students, to preach to my students that it's really good to expand your course. Don't stay glued in one place. Like if it is even possible, if they say okay, oh, they are acquiring a certificate in law and you're science personnel, just go and grab it if you can grab it. So and since all this while, I just have those certificates. I've not been using them though, but I've been preaching them to my students. So
Okay,
I've not been
we are still,
using them.
I think we are still coming to that aspect. We are still going to talk more about that. That is one of the
Thank you, sir.
interesting things that my viewers want to actually hear from you. Now,
Wow,
let
that's
me say by let me start by saying congratulations on your recently published book that is Made Easy Chemistry.
medical chemistry.
Yes,
Thank
I
you,
when I
sir. Thank
got
you,
to
sir.
know about the book, I was, as people will say, I was perplexed, and I was like, a nurse, at
Wow.
least a registered nurse and a graduate nurse, for writing a chemistry book. Where are the professors of the chemistry? I don't understand. Tell us about this particular book.
uh, wow, medical chemistry. Let me say there is no science subject I can't teach. Uh, offhand, offhand, with no stress, with no stress. Uh, when I was in secondary school, not that I really have interest in chemistry. I didn't have much interest in chemistry, but I was struggling in chemistry. Let me say I was struggling. So, but when I came out of the secondary school, I was like, if I don't, if I'm not very sharp in chemistry, if I'm blunt in chemistry, my brain is blunt in chemistry. There is no how I'm going to have require score for medicine because I actually wanted to study medicine. So before I met myself in nursing, although that's a story, that's a long story. But I just thank God that I studied nursing because nursing is a very nice course. So I thought that if I want to make a very nice course in my pre-degree day, I need to have a good knowledge about chemistry too. Like my physics was standard, my biology was standard, especially biology. In fact, throughout my secondary school, I was the best biology student, but I was struggling with chemistry. So I took chemistry. I devoted my much of my time for chemistry because I don't know chemistry. So I met a man, and the man really put me through. I started loving chemistry. It was just like a sudden change. I started loving chemistry. I started having 90 over 100, like scoring like almost everything in chemistry. So it's now got to a time I love chemistry more than the other subject that I even knew from the onset. I was like, so so this is how. So I remember then during my pre-degree days, my total chemistry score I scored 95 over 100. I scored 95 over
Oh,
100. So
uh,
in my test I scored 29 over 30. So I was like, wow. So I started teaching chemistry more than all other subjects. I started teaching chemistry. Even people know me for chemistry more than other subjects. It was just a student of mine just tested me on physics and he saw that, wow, I taught them well. He was like, do you know physics too? I said, I even know mathematics. I know biology. I know any science subject you can mention. They were like, so you are you are master of all in science. I said, God is the master. But so what really made me go into chemistry was I would have gone into biology, but biology is very wide. So I was like, what can I do? Okay, because I made easy chemistry. The first edition of made easy chemistry was when I was in 200 level. I
wow.
published it when I was in 200 level. That was when I was
Well,
19 years age. So I published
really?
it. Although the sale wasn't really good, so but I didn't allow that to discourage me. So and I was like, okay, if I want to make another edition, I'm going to improve it. So and I've improved it. The so this is the new one. This is the new edition. This one is very nice, the nicest one, and it covered all the topic in chemistry. And to God be the glory, all the tutorial, most of the tutorial centers, yeah, especially in Oshogbo, have been using it. And we sold copies to Lautech and some other universities like OAU. And I just got uh, two students in Adeleke University. They ordered for like 30 copies. So it's with them. So, and we are still praying that it can go viral. I will be that's the only thing that can make me the happiest being on earth. Like this textbook should go viral because it's a nice one. People that have been using it have been giving me a whole lot of testimonies. Like wow, this is a textbook that you need to publish you need to publish many copies. It needs to go out of Nigeria. This is a nice textbook. So
Uh,
uh
the, uh,
and
uh,
what really touched my heart to do medical chemistry is nothing. I just don't know because to even write manuscript, to even publish it, that is not easy. It's just the passion. It's the passion. It's the passion. With nothing to carry this with nothing. Writing morning, afternoon, and night, and you have to attend classes, lectures, a lot of tests and the like. So it's just passion. It's passion. Anything that passion is behind, it's very possible. So it's passion,
uh,
sir. It's passion
oh, that was,
and God. God is the number one thing. So passion.
yeah, yeah. The God is the number one. I think it's actually, I mean, fascinating to hear from you, and because I know a lot of my viewers will be wondering how you are able to write a book like chemistry. Wow, you're not even yet. You are not even a chemistry student, neither no other. I mean, degrees in chemistry yet. Where you successfully wrote a textbook, and then there is, I mean, a lot of testimonies, as you rightly said, are coming up. So congratulations on that. I still want us to talk about this particular book again. How did you write the book? I mean, were you doing copying and paste? Because I can't imagine talking. Okay, I want to simplify this question now. I know we have organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. The resources that you gathered, how did you got all those resources? I think my guest had issues with the network. We still wait for him just a while for him to pop up on the screen. Okay. Okay. So I was actually asking this particular question again, talking about this. I mean, this particular book that you wrote. Is very astonishing
Okay,
because
sir.
having I mean a graduate of nursing writing a chemistry textbooks. How? Okay, let me simplify it from this particular perspective. I know we have organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. Where did you got? I mean all the resources. I mean the materials. Was it that you copy from? Let me take
Okay.
this particular book. Some other chemistry textbooks you copy and paste. Just tell us in briefly.
Ababio, like Ababio, I'm glad. No, 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 no. What actually happened is, um, like I mentioned earlier on, I said my passion for teaching uh, made my passion for writing very easy. For example, it's been since I started tutoring. I've loved tutoring orphans. So virtually all the syllables in chemistry, I know them offhand. It's not it's not a joke. I know chemistry syllabus offhand. I have notes in my head. I have because it's what I've taught many students in the past, so it has become part and parcel of me. Even without even thinking, once I open my mouth, words comes out. Like words comes out. So it's not about, for example, I want to teach atom. I don't need to go into a chemistry textbook to know the definition of atom, everything in atom, even to the scientists, the year they discover everything. I know them offhand. So so it's when I wanted to write medical chemistry, although I won't say I didn't read before I know chemistry. I've read a lot of chemistry textbooks. I've read about Bill, I've read Lamlad, I've read a whole lot of chemistry textbooks, be it advanced or O level. So I've digested them into me, so I know them offhand. So it's those are the things that really helped me in writing medical chemistry. Not that I copied from their textbook straight up into my textbook. If you should put about bio and my textbook, you won't even find anything similar. But because even my textbook is a simplified version, if you should take about bio is going to give you something, but this textbook is going to give you clues. These are clues in chemistry, clues. Like, for example, if you should go into about bio, you're going to see how to balance chemical equation. You're going to see just one method that we've been using that they taught us when we were in secondary school. But here in medical chemistry, there are more than 7 methods of balancing chemical equation. I can use matrix to balance chemical equation. It's not in any other textbook. I can use It's not in so many other textbooks that you can see all around that are very common in secondary school. So I can use vector to balance chemical equation. I can use algebra to balance chemical equation. So I have more than 7 methods of balancing chemical equation here. And in other topics, there are a lot of methods. Like for example, solving a question using 3 methods. It's in my textbook. So and mnemonic, for example, examples of substances that can sublime. You can see it in a Bible like carbon. Carbon means camphor, ammonium chloride, benzene, iodine, naphthalene, and sulfur. So all those things, those are what make easy chemistry a special textbook. It's a textbook that even if you are lazy, you can use it. A lazy student can even use it, and you
Yes.
still
Wow.
grab a lot of things. Is a textbook for serious and lazy students. A lazy student will read this and he or she won't feel like he's reading something because we are in a world that students don't want to read again, so they need interesting textbook to capture their mind.
Thank
So
you.
I didn't copy from any other textbook, but I read those textbooks in the past. I've digested them, so I can teach chemistry offhand and I can write anything on chemistry offered.
Thank you
So
so
that's
much
it, sir.
about that. That will take me to this an interesting part too, to ask you, how do you feel like when people ask you, as in, were there challenges from, from this, experts of a chemistry? They challenging you that you, Mr. Mo, how do, how do you write? How could you write this book? Like saying that you are not a chemist, you
A
don't
lot.
you don't even MSc in chemistry you don't have, and yet you are telling us you write a book. Were there these challenges?
Yes, yes, yes. But they are not really intense. People just jokingly say, they jokingly say like, I have friends that studied chemistry. Be like, you just come into our field, you write a textbook in our field, and my question, then I would throw them a question that I will be like, okay, you studied chemistry. Okay, have you written any chemistry textbook before? So it means you guys, you are not doing what you should do. Then I'm here to do it for you. They just laugh it out. They will be like, wow, I'm doing what you should do. So you should appreciate me now. Like, so they'll be like, so that's it. Because even I have chemistry graduate that they will be like, even this chemistry you are teaching, we can't teach it. I have chemistry friends that they will sit down in my class and they will find it interesting. They will be like, wow, guys, why is it that you didn't even give chemistry a chance? Like, maybe you should go for another degree in chemistry. I'll be like, no, 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 no. No, I'm a nurse. So and they will be like, okay, there's nothing that you studied. Why are you not using it? You said you didn't study, okay, you didn't study chemistry. Everything about you, chemistry, chemistry. Even talking, if you are conversing, if you are making a conversation, you don't even know when you get carried away saying it in a chemical manner, kind of. I'll be like, just leave it like that. I think it's in my blood. I didn't study it, but I know it. So it's a different thing. Passion is different from what you study. So it's my passion. Chemistry is my passion. Nothing is what I study. So that's
Thank
just it.
you so much. Yeah, what you
Thank you
studied
so
is
much, sir.
different
Thank you
from your passion. Now, how far has been the market
for
for
my
the
passion.
sales? How have you been getting the sales?
Uh,
Have you been getting?
anyways, we thank God, but I need to still tell the truth. We still have a whole lot of copies on grant, and I would appreciate if people can just come out to buy. Like, there are a lot of copies. Even if this copy is finished, my publisher is on to produce other copies, to produce many other copies. So, and even presently, I'm working on another textbook, but that is on physics. So, but I need to sell off. I need to make the chemistry, make the grant first before I bring out physics. So we still have copies on grants. Presently, even in the store, we still have like over 1,000 copies presently. So the sale has been nice. We thank God, but we still need more sales. We still need more sales. It cannot be enough. It cannot be enough.
Ah ouais, ah ouais.
It cannot be enough.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I hope it's going to be good. It's going to be enough. And with this video what we are doing right now, I hope that a lot of people will get.
Wow.
Interested people. Then
I will be so much appreciative, sir.
they will start looking into it and see what this book is all about. Now,
Yes,
talking
sir.
about the book, how much does it cost? Then where can we access it? Is it available online? Is it in the bookstores? Knowing fully that very well that you are actually in Osun State, somebody that is in Kano, how can he or she lay hands on a copy?
Okay, sir. Presently, let me start with the online platform. We are just working on how to make it into an app, an application, so that people will have access to it online. So, and secondly, for those people that are far away from Osun State, I've sent copies to Lagos, I've sent copies to Abuja, I've sent copies to Zaria. So that's distance is not a barrier. So, and about the cost, it is sold if you are to take it in bulk. So it is sold 3,000 naira. If you are going to take it in bulk. But if it is one copy, so it's just 3,500 naira. So, but if it is in bulk, I usually appreciate bulk like when schools comes, like they want to get it in bulk. But if you are coming like you want to get it like you want to get a single copy, no problem. But it's just going to be 500 naira above the normal price. So uh they can get it anywhere in Osun State. But if you are living if, in a far place, like maybe you are living in the north, you are not in the southwest, then you can deliver it to you, you can weigh bill it to you. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all, at
Oh,
all.
oh,
So
oh.
it's just all about chatting me up or calling me, then no problem. We get it across to you.
Okay, thank you very much about that. So the
Yes, sir.
accessibility is not
Thank you,
a
sir.
problem. Now, I want
It's
to
not a
come back
problem.
to okay, I want to come back to instances of what some of friends were saying about you. Now, you had your first degree in nursing science. You were supposed to be taking care of
Yes, sir.
patients in hospitals. You are supposed to be taking care of people that are sick. You're supposed you have a license from Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. So you're supposed to be practicing. Isn't it a waste of time for you studying nursing? And because now you are actually the CEO, the founder of Sharpers Academy. Isn't it a waste of
Super Science
time?
Academy. Yes, sir. Um, actually, let me say how I found myself in nursing till today. I used to say it's God's way, and I used to tell God that even the reason why I studied nursing, I must just know it one day. And I think it's getting clearer now because I'm seeing the reason why I studied nursing now. I'm not blaming myself for studying nursing again. Gone are the days when I used to blame myself. Why did I even go into nursing? Especially when I got into the when I got into 300 level, when we started going for posting, uh, the this thing, the let me say the hatred from senior colleague. Can I call it hatred or can I say the here and there? Okay, all these all these wahala that they call discipline in nursing. Like you must come to the ward, all those things. So they call it discipline, but we call it wahala, especially male nurses. So I started and the female domination too. Like it might be only me in the world with like 8 females. I would be like, wow. So all other male friends, they would be in another world too with females. I would be like, have I not made mistake of coming into nothing? And other things are like and even this all this absurdity from all other 8 members, especially the doctors. Be like, what's the meaning of this? And I blame myself more when I was serving in Olabisi and Obanjo University Hospital. One day, the matron just called copper nurses. They were like, okay, we should lay bed for the doctors and those doctors too, they are coppers. Oh. They were like, we should lay bed for them so that they will attend to patients. We were like, student nurses are on ground. They can do that, man. They were like, we should lay it for them. The copper doctors too, that we have all coppers. Oh, they were like, lay bed for us, Joe, lay bed for us. I was like, God, this nothing is a profession, for God's sake. How many times are we going to tell these people that we did anatomy? Like, okay, let the doctor come out. Like, let's talk anatomy together. Then that's when you can say, okay, you are not a nurse, you are not a registered nurse, because I can defend what I have. I know what I have. I know I'm a registered nurse. I'm a professional. So all these things make me increase my likeness for my passion. Like I was like, when I'm done with this service, I'm going straight to my business tutorial. Let me face it. I can't stay in hospital. I can't stay in the hospital. I can't be laying bed. I can't be doing all these things. So even my students in the tutorial, they respect me a lot. So they can't even see me in the even like let's assume they just see me in the hospital laying bed doing all these things. They'll be like,
Okay.
so what's the meaning of this and the like? So, but now I've encouraged more students to go into nursing. In fact, many of my students they are studying nursing presently because The what is really encouraging them is the issue of, okay, oh, a nurse can go outside, can leave Nigeria to practice outside. So that the main reason why people are studying nursing, I can say it anywhere, is because of traveling. It's not because of staying here. So that's really what really discouraged me about nursing, that made me to face my passion squarely. And I've been thinking about it again too, because my dad has been disturbing me. Okay, did I waste my money sending you to study nursing and the like? So it got to a time he just left me. He was like, okay, oh, no problem. At least you are not disturbing me for money. You are not disturbing me for anything. But I thought you are a very brilliant soul. That is the reason why I asked you to go and study medical course. So is this what you want to give me back? But thank God, nowadays I I did something. I started processing, traveling, and the likes. Although I used to
Okay,
visit an hospital part time. It's not that I left nursing totally. I used to visit an hospital part time, like
okay.
once in a blue moon. I go there to practice and the like. So now I'm trying to
I
like
think
go
I
back
think
into bedtime.
yeah, yeah, I think yes. I think I want us to stop there. So that
Okay,
that
sir. Thank you,
as
sir.
the
Thank you,
time
sir.
goes
Thank you,
on,
sir.
you will bear the cat out of the box when is the right time. Thank you so much for that interesting thing.
Thank
So
you, sir.
definitely now
Thank you,
even
sir.
you can tell us categorically that
Thank you.
even if you study nursing, you is not actually a wasting of time, but rather is an additional, I mean, a
It's
thing
not a
that
waste at all.
I mean you acquired.
Ah, no, 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 no.
And then
Yes.
that
There's
might
no
be
place you get to tell them you are enough. They respect you.
so that might be another thing that even make your skin to be more tougher, as people used to say. So now you can you that's why
Yes, yes,
you can
yes,
go in strongly and started this this coaching center, and that is, and congratulations for
yes,
that.
sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
that will ask me a question: how
Thank you, sir.
successful is Sharper Science Academy? Knowing very well again that there are a lot of coaching centers in Osun State, and sometimes I used to see some
Mm.
of your videos. Recently, I saw you posted some of the results, especially I think WAEC and NECO results of some of your students. Wow, that
Yes,
is,
sir.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
when you have a study
Thank you so
center
much,
and
sir.
you see your students coming out in flying colors, that is your joy, and
Thank you,
in
yes,
that
sir.
sense is going to,
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, is going to promote your center. Now, how successful has been your coaching center?
We thank God. Like it's now 4 years. And the first thing is I made it science only. It's not easy running one department out of three departments and you still have students. It's not easy. So that's number one thing where originality works. They have known me for science, and uh, I'm still seeing my students. I'm still seeing numerous students every year. But one thing, there is a challenge there. To have a coaching center in, let me say, in Osun State especially, is not is not something that if you are not and if you don't have much endurance, it can just be something it will become history. It won't last long because we have a lot of tutorials that they are into things you don't want to go into. Many, let me say 95% of the tutorials, they are just tutorials based on you want to like do exam malpractice for students. Many of them, they are not coaching centers, they are parish center, like I call them. Hardly we use see some students will go to tutorial and for like 5 hours they have not gained anything in the tutorial. They don't have tutors, they don't have material. They just go there maybe to showcase their passion, the new clothes they just buy. And many tutorial owners too, they are yes, many tutorial owners too. Many just have the tutorial based on okay, oh, I've started for job, I didn't see job. Let me just ask something to be at least something that shall be bringing food to my table. They don't even know what they are tutoring. Many tutors are in front of the board. They are teaching students. They don't even know the subject. I can say it anywhere. They don't know. And what you don't have, you can't give. What you don't have, you can't give. You are teaching a student chemistry, and you yourself, you know, you can't write chemical formula of a chemical compound, and you are teaching students. But thank God, fortunately for them, students are now very dull. They don't even know if they are teaching them wrong thing or the right thing. So they still clap. They still clap. So that's where they have the luck. That's where they have the luck. Many times whenever I'm teaching my students, I will ask them, you can check this, you can check this. They check, they will be like, wow, wow. So this is I used to tell them, even a student that's raising up in class, he was like, sir, are you sure you are a nurse? Like, are you sure? How do you know chemistry like this? Are you sure you are a nurse? Is it that in nursing you are going to do chemistry from 100 level to the final year? I was like, no, I trained myself to become what I am today. And the guy was like, I would like to go into nursing. I was like, okay, no problem. But it's not that it is in nursing they are going to teach you chemistry, but because of my brilliance, because of everything, I've seen a lot of guys that have gone into nursing that I'm their mentor today. I have a whole lot of them, especially in Lautech. I have a lot of nursing students that are there. So one thing is, many tutorials are just existing based on let's have money from our students, not what they want to offer. It is what they want to have from students. So you will see a lot of tutorials. They use uncompleted building. I don't know. A friend of mine that is into tutorials, he just came from Authour, and he has a standard tutorial in Authour. When he came to Shugbe, he was like, is it that maybe you guys, you went into a meeting and you were like, okay, all the tutorial centers must use uncompleted building. I said no. It is that is where spirit of excellence comes in. It's because they don't have passion for what they are doing. What they've been doing for over 20 years, some 10, 15 years, some 10 years, and still they have gathered a whole lot of money. Still, they are not seeing a reason why they should leverage or upgrade their standards. The standard is not even there. They don't see a reason why they should upgrade themselves to a better. So, and all these things is because they are living around parents that don't really know what education is. So it's still very fortunate for them that, but they have sugar-coated mouth. They tell parents that don't worry, my result. So okay, what shall a student do? Okay, you have a WAEC result, but still you are finding it difficult to pass JAM, because in WAEC we can help you. That's the truth. To have it is not by WAEC result I'm going to judge a student that this student is very brilliant. No. It is not by WAEC. No. The dullest being on earth can have WAEC result. That is what most schools do. At least exam malpractice is something that has become so it has gone so viral that to even erase it will take God. So, but JAMB, since they've stopped paper and pencil for JAMB, and since we started CBT, exam malpractice has been curbed in JAMB. It has been curbed. So you are going to see a student that has A's, B's in WAEC, but that student will go for JAMB and the student will have like 120. To be like, you'll be like, are you sure you are the one that wrote your WAEC? Because if you can have this kind of result in WAEC, so you should be able to blast your JAMB and you should be able to have a better score. You will have known that this student has attended a Paris center.
Wow.
So this I do tell parents whenever they come here, it is not all about the WAEC result. It is not all about the WAEC result. You have brought your children to this place just for learning to pass through them and for them to be able to stand even while they gain admission into the higher institution. I have my students there, to be candid, everly happy. They used to chat me even while they are out of shapers. They still used to chat me like, wow, sir, the assignment they gave us today, it is what is taught us before in school. Because I used to teach them 100 level syllabus even before they even gain admission to the university. So this is not so this that is the challenge that I have. So people like comforting life. People really go for only where the result is only the WAEC result, only the I don't know whether they don't know that there is life above WAEC result. So they go into a place where they are just going to be doing. Okay, a parent came to me. He asked, "Do you do malpractice?" I said no. He said, so you have to
Really?
help my daughter. I was like, no, I don't do it. Ah,
Really? So parent,
in fact, it was
so parent
a
do
parent.
also
So
look for
ah,
scholarship for their kids.
yes, 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 yes. Some parents. I was like, I don't do it. I don't do it. But I'm going to guide your student, your child to pass. Your child is going to pass. So the parent got discouraged. Okay. She brought the student to my tutorial. It was like maybe I think a month ago. The student left out of maybe I he said I abused her that she came late to the class. I was like, I I said she came late to the class. So is it not what I should correct her for? So that's I just said, okay, can you see now? So all these things, there are some parents, parental factor is there too. Some parents they don't value education. They don't even know the meaning of education. So as a result of this, that's a challenge. And even so many tutorials you see around, most of them are no, no, no. They are. I used to say, if I should become a governor, if I should be in a position of power tomorrow, I'm going to scrap a lot of tutorials. Some tutorials they destroy destiny. They are not molding destiny at all. They are destroying destiny. They are destroying destiny.
Thank you, thank
So
thank you,
that's a challenge. That's a challenge. It's a
thank you so
challenge.
much for sharing some of your experience with us. I mean, at this hour,
Thank
but
you, sir. Thank you,
before
sir.
we round up the show, I still have another interesting question, and that might be a kind of suggestion, especially to WAEC. Is
Okay,
it
sir.
possible? I'm just asking because I
Okay,
don't know
sir.
if it is possible for WAEC
Okay, sir.
at
Okay,
least
sir.
to reduce malpractices to a certain level. Is it possible to introduce CBT, especially for the MCQ questions? I don't know if it's possible for the theory, but for MCQ questions, can they introduce CBT? And you that you have a coaching center, and I want to, I don't know if you guys have association. Can you? Is it possible to suggest this to WAEC?
Yes, it's very possible. It's very possible. Jam didn't start with CBT. They started with PPT2, like WAEC is doing. WAEC is still doing. Jam all of a sudden just changed everything, and my practices in Jam got cut. In fact, it now becomes if you don't stay tight, you can't pass Jam. So this made a lot of students go into a very serious reading. But WAEC is still battling, and the reason why WAEC too is suggesting that they've been doing meeting upon meeting so as to make it CBT. But the problem is, how are the schools going to get computer systems? That's just it. Because a lot of schools are doing WAEC. So how are they going to make all the schools? It means a lot of schools are going to drop. They are going to drop this thing. They are not going to be doing WAEC again. So they are going to drop their progresses on writing WAEC because not all schools can cope with the instrument they have to get. They have to have standard computer centers and the like. So and not all schools can do this. So that's if they can make it CBT, I'm very sure. I bet it is why my practice is going to become something of yesterday as far as the exam is concerned. But it's
Okay.
not easy uh, because many schools cannot cope with the criteria that WAEC is going to bring on. But one day it's going to happen. You can't
It's
continue
going to
like
work.
this. You can't continue like this.
We hope so.
Yes, sir.
Before the final question, I mean, sorry about that. Before the final question, Do you what can you say, especially to to nurses out there that have extra passion aside from what they know to do best on how to develop their skills? Because you are actually a good testimony that we have here, studying nursing and have a coaching center where you are tutoring the younger ones to have their O level result. It means even when you studied a course and you have a passion, you can still develop your passion. What advice do you have for that?
Yes. Uh, it's it's actually good when you gain admission into a very, let me say, a very tedious course. Nothing is very tedious. That is the reason why many people have thrown away their skills. Not that before some people gain admission into their institution, into nursing, they have they have gotten many skills. But why they got into nursing, why they get into nursing, everything just dashed out because nursing is very tedious. You have to attend classes, you have to strictly the attendance must be marked, all those things. So many people have forgotten their skills. And one thing is, Bible has said it is your gift that is going to make a way for you, not your certificate. So don't because okay, I've gained admission into nursing, you should learn how to balance things. You can be in nursing and still be very active in your skills and you not be affected in either of the two. So it's not bad when you are out of school and money is coming in via your skill, via your passion, and money is still coming in via nothing. So it's not bad. At least that is what is called many sources of income. So you shouldn't allow nothing, the activities in nothing to take away your passion, to take away your passion. So don't just when you gain admission into school, just know how to schedule your times. Okay, so time to so time I will reach. So time to so time I'm going to go into my passion. So time to so time I'm going to so and you are going to graduate when your mates are graduating. You are not going to have carryover and still your skills will not go away. So I met a lady of recent. She said she's into tutorial too. So I mentored her and she's doing well. And she's in nursing. She's presently in 400 level. So she's still tutoring students here and there in the campus. And she's well known for tutoring. And she's known for to be a potential nurse too. So she has not been affected at all. So nothing is even the nothing you are even the nothing. What I even do then is whenever we are taught anything in class, I make sure I teach my student that thing. And once you teach, it stays. Once you teach that thing, it stays. So you don't
So
need to
that was
read it again.
so
It will stay forever.
that
That's
was
what
that was the secret.
I teach my students all the systems, all endocrine system, all these systems, respiratory system. I teach them like they are in high institution. I don't teach them like they are in no level. No, no, no. I teach them what I read. So
Oh,
and
that was
it
the
stays.
secret.
They learn too. Me too. That's the secret. So that's
Okay.
it. So that's it.
Okay.
So
Thank you so
don't
much.
allow don't allow nothing to take it away from you.
Thank you so
That's
much.
it, sir.
Then your final word before
Thank
we
you, sir.
end the show for today.
So my word is okay. Number one thing is appreciation. I really appreciate you, sir. God bless you. I really appreciate you, sir. So you've been a good mentor. God bless you. God bless the day I met you. God bless the day I know you. And thank you for this rare privilege for bringing me to this platform. And another thing is I want to advise maybe anybody that is watching us that is having a child that a science student that maybe you are taking care of and you're finding you're looking for a tutorial to take this is a place that your child can learn. So and there is discipline here too. And about medical chemistry, even if you have been finding chemistry so difficult for so long, this will demystify it for you to be candid. So order. I will appreciate if you order and you are going to I'm very sure you are going to send me an appreciative message that wow the textbook is helping. This is it, medical chemistry. So this is the back cover and you see is a very nice textbook. So, and may God bless everyone in all our endeavors. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank
You're
you, sir.
welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much for coming
Yes,
up
sir.
on the
Yes, sir.
show. And this is where we are going to close the
Thank you, sir.
curtain for today on this event. And then I'm still gonna come up with another interesting guest on the show. Thank you so much, Mr. OYEDIRAN
Thank you
David,
so
and
much,
I
sir.
wish you all the best. And I
Thank you
hope
so
that
much.
very soon we are
Yeah,
still
bye
going
bye,
to
sir.
have maybe I don't know if it's going to be the third edition or fifth edition of Made Easy Chemistry,
No
and
problem, sir.
I'm hoping for
Yes,
it
sir.
to
Yes,
have an international recognition as well. I wish you all the
yes,
best.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. Yes,
You're
sir. Thank you,
welcome.
sir. Yes,
Bye
sir.
and see you in my next.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir.